Hello, internet friends. We are going to be testing a smart TV today with the Safe and Sound Pro 2 EMF testing device from Safe Living Technologies. This is an excellent economical personal EMF testing device. So it's a run-of-the-mill Vizio smart TV. Okay, nothing unique about it. They all pretty much operate the same way. And right now we're about 3 feet away from the TV, and you can see it's flashing into extreme concern. That's more than 1,000 microwatts per meter squared. This meter is super handy because it tells you immediately, is it slight, moderate, high, or extreme? Slight is the goal. That's where you want to sleep at night, is under 10 microwatts per meter squared. Extreme is over 1,000. This is based upon more than 1,000, actually several thousand published studies on microwave radiation. Now you see we're getting closer to the TV. If we put the testing device right on, it goes up to 77,000. Now obviously people's heads or bodies are not going to be right on the side of the TV, but that's just to show you that it does go up to 77 times the threshold for extreme concern. Unique about this situation, most people do not connect their smart TVs via Ethernet cord, but this is here, and it's still emitting all of that radiation. So that's not from streaming, it's not communicating wirelessly to the router. And I also want to show you what that sounds like. So this is the only source of wireless radiation in the house or in the nearby neighborhood even. And if we turn that up, so that's 10 times a second. That's a Wi-Fi pulse. That's 2.4 gigahertz. And at levels known to harm health. I just want to be clear about that. The science is complete on that, and it shows there is a biological effect. Now I want to show you what happens here. What do you think is going to happen as we turn the TV off? This is the purpose of me making this video. Now you would think that it's going to go off. The wireless radiation is going to go off when the TV goes off. But it doesn't. You see it's still pulsing there, the exact same intensities. So this is a dirty secret of industry. They're putting all of these devices in our homes that don't shut off their wireless emissions even when the device itself is turned off. There is a 5-second solution, however, and I want to show you that right now. Highly recommended, highly technical. There you go. There's peace once again in this house. Less than 10 microwatts per meter squared for the most part. And we are no longer subject ourselves or our families or our children to 24/7 pulsed microwave radiation from this smart TV. This is not the only type of appliance, again, that is designed to do this. It's designed to be a wireless access point into your entire house. And one of these meters, I just want to encourage you to consider getting one of these for yourself, whether it's the Safe and Sound Pro 2 or another testing device. They're worth their weight in gold. You can literally go around your house, appliance to appliance. You can look at your smart meter, you can look at your internet setup, you can look at your all the appliances in your kitchen and throughout your house, and your Wi-Fi on your notebook, and start making changes. And the first step to do that is becoming aware, making the invisible visible. So highly recommend this brand, this particular model. I've been using it for several years. And Safe Living Technologies is running a special on this meter until the end of February for 10% off. Link and coupon code is in the description. So my blessings to you and your family, and we'll talk again soon. Peace.
Last Thursday, President Trump signed an executive order to establish the MAHA Commission to study what has caused the precipitous decline in American health over the past 2 generations. So we will convene representatives of all viewpoints to study the causes for the drastic rise in chronic disease. Some of the possible factors we will investigate were formerly taboo or insufficiently scrutinized. The childhood vaccine schedule, electromagnetic radiation, glyphosate, other pesticides, ultra-processed foods, artificial food additives, SSRI and other psychiatric drugs, PFAs, PFOAs, microplastics, nothing is going to be off limits.
As an addendum here, I am calling on Bobby Kennedy and the MAHA movement and everyone in a position of health leadership and research to particularly note the most recent published paper and comprehensive proofs by Dr. Martin PALL directly linking autism causation and the mechanism of harm known in wireless radiation, which is excessive intracellular calcium. In this 2024 paper in Brain Sciences, which I've also linked in the description, which aligns also with hundreds of other peer-reviewed papers that back up these findings, Dr. PALL proposes a central mechanism for the causation of autism spectrum disorders involving excessive intracellular calcium during the prenatal periods. This elevated calcium disrupts 6 critical processes that regulate synaptogenesis in the formation of synaptic connections between neurons, and the 6 sub-mechanisms are also identified. Dr. PALL suggests that both electromagnetic fields and various chemicals can elevate calcium ions, thereby disrupting these synaptic development processes. He also discusses the role of the nitric oxide peroxynitrate cycle, a biochemical pathway involving reactive nitrogen and oxygen species, in contributing to the chronicity of ASDs. Additionally, PALL highlights specific genetic mutations that affect calcium signaling pathways, further supporting the central role of excessive intracellular calcium in ASD development. My friends, the role of wireless in these chronic diseases, such as autism spectrum disorders, needs to critically be investigated with urgency.